Hello, my lovelies. This is Candy Cyanide, and welcome back to Cooking Companions. First off, I do kind of want to apologize if I seemed a little out of it last video. I had just gotten done with like a very long shift and with no sleep the night before, and all the mundane stuff. I'm sorry, it's just I kind of zoned out on it, to be perfectly honest with you all. Not that it was bad or anything, it just didn't hold my interest, so I kind of zoned out. But besides that, I am loving it. I do like the information we got, and let's jump right back into it. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No! I really hate how Mariah, like her specific look is so weird. It's only for one day. I mean, but if we haven't eaten all day, that's like a lot, dude. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly. What options do we have? Why did I say opinions? What options do we have? Our food was rationed properly. Why is everyone blaming me for this? Anatoly leaves mumbling to himself. Y'all were all happy to eat when I cooked, but now that you see that the rations are getting low, it's my fault. When y'all asked me to cook, and y'all asked me to cook specific things, or did they? I don't know. Anyway, my point is, stop blaming me. I didn't know. So passive aggressive of him. Yeah, kind of is. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Speak with Karen, chat with Gregor, talk with Mariah, converse with Anatoly. I got a bone to pick with Mariah, as a matter of fact, because she asked me to do this and she is not backing me up at all. Oh, didn't hear you coming. I was just double checking if there was any food we might have missed. But I couldn't get the drawer open. Could you give it a try? You nod. Great. While you go do that, I'm gonna go get some more reading done. You think Mariah will remember that? Our relationship is stronger. How nice. Later. You give the drawer a hard yank open. It is interesting that the drawer actually does stay closed, the drawer with the chompettes, unless I'm locking them myself. I mean, locking it myself. I don't know, we'll see. Is the thunderstorm keeping you up at night? You just need to roll with it. Raspberry whispers so quietly you lean over to listen to her. We need to talk soon. Please listen to me when the time comes. That was so hard to read because of my eyes. Anyways, please don't let others see us. Cabbage. That's right, Raspberry. Part of being a chumpette is secrecy. Why, you're food. Cabbage. Wouldn't want those humans to overhear our meetings now, would we? You shake your head. Good. Chumpettes, roll on out. You shut the drawer. Oh, I shut it this time. How nice. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must be almost to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Me too. You are too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. I mean, if we look into alternative food options, I'm just saying. Let me stop. I'm just thinking about the demo. You go to bed with a growling stomach. Wake up. I got an achievement saying listen to her. Also, I announced the achievements because I don't know if you guys can actually see them. Because in some games they record, and some games they don't. I said, wake up! The rainfall is non-stop again. Did you have anything to do with this? Yes, because I control the weather, Raspberry. What? You don't answer her question. Always thinking with your stomach, right? You should reconsider. Might save what little humanity you have left. I knew this Raspberry wasn't to be trusted. I told you guys. At least I tried. I will have a guilty conscience by the end of this. You tried what? Go back to sleep, monster. What did I do? Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I kind of know what I might have done, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet. You easily forget about Raspberry's conversation. How, though? You have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. You do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage, and he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay, then. This is leaning more towards my theory, though. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Mariah looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anatoly has bags under his eyes. This storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. Also, let me pause for a bit so I can actually set a timer so I don't go on for an hour like last time. The last time was because I was actually waiting for something to happen before I ended the video. Anywho. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? Why are you all asking me about the weather like I'm some magic rain man or woman or whatever I am? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? You know this man can't read. Why are you doing him like that? Mariah, you're the worst. Ooh, what happened? Oh, okay, I went backwards. I like scrolled my mouse wheel by accident and went backwards. I didn't know I could do that. That's good to know. I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. I love your optimism, Gregor. Mariah and Anatoly go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? Well, have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. Why is this my job? Why is this... Oh, why am I... Okay, I know I'm the resident chef, but why am I supposed to be able to solve this issue? You guys are the scavengers, right? Or the foragers. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism and Mariah is having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? I'm going to speak to Gregor. I haven't, talked to Gregor at all. I don't know anything about him. And he does actually seem like a good dude. Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen, but I had to double check. A fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. It can't rain forever, right? Depends on what area we're in. Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. See? You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. The group is really thankful for your kindness. Are they though? They don't seem like it. Gregor blushes a little bit. Aw. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. That is a complete lie. Gregor is looking at you fondly. You're sure Gregor will remember that. Cool. I got 2 hearts with everyone except for Karen. That's my fault. The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin, but at least none of it is getting inside. You tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They really are, and it's so disturbing. I hate this particular scene. It's so disconcerting for some reason. They're expecting the last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly, all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, but then again, I can understand why they're mad. If we established early that we only had a few rations, but I used them all, if I actually did that or whatever happens. Anyway, everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. I mean, it's a crumb of bread, so not long. Karen is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor? Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. I expected no less from you, Gregor. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. I forgot how long people can last without food. I know with water it's only a few days, but isn't it like maybe a week or so without food? Good morning. I would look it up, and I don't care that much. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. I mean, you can hear it, sir. Well, I guess she's trying. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Oh, they answered it for me. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. But do you really think it will rain that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. I'm just wondering how long it's going to take us to turn to cannibalism. And who's going to go first? Am I a bad person for that? Probably. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Karen and Gregor began to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. Speak with Mariah. Talk to Anatoly. Honestly, that first option is probably what I would do in real life. Let's speak to Anatoly. I'm just curious. Anatoly's still paging through the book. Hey. You really should have been more careful with our emergency supplies. What were you thinking? I was thinking of feeding my friends and, oh my god, the book is freaking upside down. I'm sorry. I just wasn't expecting that. Dude, come on. I'm so sorry to Karen now because you are ridiculous. I'm sorry, Anatoly. Apology upset, but who could have predicted this much rain? You're sweet as pound cake, thank you. You'll have to teach me that vegetable stew recipe when this is all over. You're sure Anatoly will remember that. Maybe I should stop talking to people because I'm not really interested in dating anyone. Except maybe Gregor. Gregor's kind of cool. This book is a great distraction. Very well written. Oh. You get the hint and leave Anatoly to himself. Sir, just flip the book around is all. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. I mean, y'all could have done that when it first started flooding before it got too bad. I'm just saying. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah! I used to swim all the time near my house, so I probably had the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. Also, this house doesn't seem that, what am I trying to say? The seals on it would be that good to where it's not flooding inside the house if it was that bad. Do you guys know what I mean? Then again, we could be on a hill for all I know. No! Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly. He is not wrong about that. You're as blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. Karen! His arms are definitely the longest, so he'd probably be the best at climbing trees out of all of us. That sentence is a little weird. Anyway. No, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. I mean, my money would be on either Gregor or Mariah, just because Gregor seems like he could withstand a lot. And Mariah, the swimming thing, though I don't think that would help with floodwaters. Anyway, we'll each pick one from my hand. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths, so you could tell which is the biggest one of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Also, I am kind of a dick to just do that, to where it would... Because at first I was like, am I not going to draw at all? But, wow, that is kind of a dick move of me, I'm not going to lie. Will it be... Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah. It's okay. I watched Anatoly forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Oh, please don't die, Mariah. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. That's about all you can do, honey. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Anatoly, and Gregor. I'll keep us alive. Oh, I just don't get mentioned? Okay. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. Reminds me of that scene from The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy was like, I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry, I'm like ruining the mood, but that's all I can think about. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Mariah has left the cabin. I do like kind of how distorted the little, achievement or whatever sound that is, whatever you would call that. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Oh, my mind is already coming up with like terrible scenarios. Like, what if we see her again, but she's like a dead corpse that just washes up towards the door, and then we have to eat her? I'm sorry, my mind is going dark. Anyway, the sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready and easily pass out. Wow. The achievement I unlocked is called Dead to Me. And it's a picture of Mariah. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. He asks the guest to sit on a shovel. Okay. And then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair calls you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. Your burns chill with the wind. The guest looks behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay, we're a week in. And I think I'm going to stop it right here and pick this up in the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I definitely am. Leave a like, a comment, and all that good stuff. Like, I think I have my theories about what's going to end up happening. But Mariah leaving kind of threw a hitch in that. Or maybe it didn't. Anyway, I kind of have my theories, but again, leave a like or comment if you liked the video. Let me know if there's anything else you would like me to play, all that good YouTube stuff. Subscribe if you want. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be safe and be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you in the next video. All right, love you. Bye.